Mr. Combs was in the tape, and this other person is, I would venture to say, more high profile than Mr. Combs.
Really? And you've seen it? Or
I've seen stills of the video.
Okay.
So
you can verify
that it exists, that it's real, that the other person in the video is very visible. It's no question if it's that person in the video, and I can tell the video was pornographic in nature.
Oh my.
Oh my God, dude. Who is ready? Who is ready for the story of the century when it comes to Diddy? This is amazing, you guys, okay? You see this story right here? Diddy had a high-profile person on X-rated Freakoff tape. And let me tell you something right now. We're not talking about high-profile like Jay-Z, okay? We're talking about someone really big. And we're going to tell you how we know when we go through this story, because apparently this is a bigger name than Diddy. Who's a bigger name than Diddy, man? Okay? I'm serious. This is a serious question. Who's a bigger name than Diddy? And there's a lot of other information about Freakoff tapes getting sold in Hollywood. Like, when I first heard this, that they were getting sold, I was kind of like, I mean, maybe. But these leaked, okay? These Freakoff tapes are leaking, and they are getting sold around Hollywood. People are about to get exposed, man. I can't even imagine the damage control that is going on behind the scenes right now. This is wild. See, here's another one. This is happening, dude, okay? More profile than him, okay? But then we also got this, and this is a big update as it relates to the case. His lack of a plea bargain. And you may have seen me and Gabrielle touch on this on Play With Matches, my other channel that I do with Gabrielle. But if you have, well, actually, it doesn't even matter. Whether you've seen it or you haven't, you have to see me cover this right here. Because Diddy has made 2 statements from jail that are going to literally make you laugh. You're going to scream laugh, okay? 2 new statements from jail. You are going to scream laugh when you hear these. They're unbelievable. They're so audacious that they might even make you root for this absolute scumbag. Because it's like the kind of person that could literally be serious and say what he said, I can't have anything but respect for, because it is it's unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. So we're going to get into that. Now, I also wanted to show you guys a little something here. Now, you guys may remember a couple months ago, right? Not this either. But this, okay? You guys may remember a couple weeks ago, there was a huge story that dropped that someone had leaked a contract, a contract that Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift their relationship was not real and blah, blah, blah. Okay, like, I don't know if you guys remember that. But someone leaked that, and it was from Travis Kelce's PR firm, right? Now, anytime I talk about this, people go, who cares about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift? It's hilarious, okay? Getting to like peel back the curtain and see what a joke all of this is. It's hilarious. Listen, you want to know what this channel is? It's me talking about things that I think are funny or interesting. And I think this is really funny, okay? So anyway, there was a document that someone who worked for his PR firm had taken a photograph of, and it literally said, like, what it actually was a PR plan for announcing that Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift had broken up. That's what it actually was about, all right? Now, it got misrepresented in the media as they were like, this does not say, like, this is a complete fake, and we're going to sue people over this because, you know what? It makes it seem like Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's relationship was not real, and it's ridiculous. It's fake news. It's disinformation. And then when we looked at it, we're like, this is 100% real, and this is not what they're even pretending that it is. This is like, they show you this over here to get you off the scent that what this actually says is they broke up, and this is a plan for how they're going to announce it, right? So that story happened. The next week, Taylor Swift was at Travis Kelce's NFL game, okay? Now, look at this, okay? This is since then, right? This is today. Taylor Swift, still with Travis despite being MIA at his last 2 NFL games. Is that right? Now, this is interesting only because in the document, it said they were going to announce on September 28th that they had broken up. Okay, that was, 2 days ago? Now, it just seems a little bit curious. It's like, yeah, they broke up. As of September 28th, we are going to alert everybody. And then since then, she has been to 0 NFL games, which means that Travis Kelce had told his PR firm that he was going to break up with Taylor Swift before he actually did it, okay? That's why this is so funny. He literally told his PR firm, he's like, look, man, I'm not, it's not really working. I'm going to break up with Taylor Swift. So let's make a plan. I'm going to tell her, but we'll announce it September 28th, okay? So My guess is what happened was Taylor Swift saw the press, like the leak, and then she probably confronted him after their game that she was going to, completely unaware that he was going to break up with her. And then he was forced to be like, okay, yeah, I am going to break up with you. She found out that he had told his PR firm first, and then subsequently they have not done it. She hasn't been going to his games. If that's not hilarious to think about, that's what it's like to be one of these nerd celebrities that like you're all, hey, guy, hey, PR manager. So I'm thinking about breaking up with my girlfriend. I think we should come up with a plan. It is so stupid. Now, why don't you guys go ahead and subscribe to the channel and help your boy out and help me run this thing all the way to 400,000 at some point while I am still young. You know what I mean? But also, let's also talk about one other thing. You guys ever considered that maybe it's Taylor Swift that's in one of these Freakoff videos? It's not. I don't think it is. But you want to know who might be? Travis Kelce. Let me tell you that right now. Okay, we're going to move over to this Diddy story now, right? But I want to say one thing straight up, okay? I can tell you just by looking at a celebrity, if you put this person at a Diddy party and Diddy starts floating all the, hey man, here, why don't you take this, and starts throwing all these, these naked bodies at you, who's going to just be like, F it, I'm in. And who won't, okay? And I kind of mean like who would be there in the first place. Travis Kelce, he's in, dude. That guy is in. And he's going to be thinking he's going to get away with it the entire time, right? Taylor Swift, she's not going. She ain't going, dude. She's not stupid enough to get in. She's also just not, like, she's like the kind, like, I don't think of her as like that kind of loose girl. You can just look at her and be like, she's never been like in a situation like that, would be my guess, even though she's that famous. Travis Kelce might not have ever been in one, but he would be down for it if you put it in front of him, okay? Now, let's move over to here, and I want to go through this first before we go through the who is the high-profile person bigger than Diddy story, because I want to make sure that everyone hears this, because it is absolutely unreal, all right? All right, I'm calling an audible. I'm going to just let you guys see this portion of the video that we did on this, because it is that funny.
Anyway, but again, I just want to reiterate that Diddy literally said he's using his case to inspire others who believe they're facing government persecution, wanting to inspire them to fight back when the feds bring the hammer down. That is unbelievable.
It is.
That's like, honestly, I really dislike Diddy.
Wait.
But that...
He says he's being persecuted by the feds because he's a successful black man.
No, he did not.
Right there.
As I told you, Diddy's being prosecuted by the feds because he's a successful black man.
That's why.
This is the most shameless... This is amazing, dude. This is amazing.
It's shameless. It's exactly the word for it.
But like, I'm serious. Like, he's fighting for his life. Like
yeah.
We dive into these topics and the downfall. Like, he's fighting for his life, and he is pulling out all the stops.
For sure.
He is an inspiration to the world.
Yeah.
He is also the victim of institutional black racism because obviously in this country that elected a black president twice, there is no room for rich, successful black men,
no.
Especially if they have thousands of bottles of baby oil that have been spiked with GHB, according to reports.
Why would there be GHB in the baby oil?
Very uncredible reports. They inspire others to fight back when the feds bring the hair. Like, this is, I can't stop reading this. It's just
it's too much.
Not just fighting for himself.
No way.
He's
for others.
He's using his case to inspire others who believe they're facing government persecution. And, I mean, dude, because he's black.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is absolutely priceless. Okay, let's look at, like, I thought that was like the warm up in advance of like the really like funny part. But
no.
I didn't realize Diddy was going to turn into Martin Luther King, in the middle of his framing of this story where he's facing life in prison for like being one of the biggest scum buckets in the history of the world.
No, he's an inspiration for black men across America who are fighting back against racial injustice in the government.
Listen, if I was white, then guess what? That video of me beating the living shit out of a girl in a hallway, everyone would have been like, that's right, he's white. He's allowed to do that. He's white, after all.
Oh, my God.
Only black men in this country get persecuted if they drag a woman down the hallway by her hair and beat her over the head with a phone.
So, yeah, he actually said that. He really said that he is using his case to not only fight for himself, but to fight for others who are being persecuted by the government, to inspire them to fight back. And also, he's only being persecuted because he's a successful black man, because for sure, That's what's going on, because he has no shame whatsoever. And honestly, like I said, I honestly respect his moxie doing that, right? Like, that is unbelievable that he actually had the balls to bust that out, dude. Anyway, and that's Play With Matches. If you want to follow us, you can go link in the description. You can follow that channel too. I think it's actually a better channel. It's just very new. We've only been doing it for 5 or 6 months. So, but all right. So now we get to the meat and bones of this story, which is that apparently there is a sex tape or a Freakoff tape being sold that has one of the biggest names in the world that is bigger than Diddy in one of them. And there are some very interesting details about that video in this article, okay? Because again, who's bigger than Diddy? And the facts that they have about the tape, whoever's talking about this has seen the tape. And when they talk about it, the person being recorded doesn't realize they're being recorded. So who's bigger than Diddy? Okay? Who is bigger than Diddy? Seriously. And they're on tape and they don't know it. And the video's being sold. Every big name person out there is shitting their pants right now if they have been in a Freakoff video. All right, so let's read this thing. Ever since Diddy was arrested for racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking, internet users have somewhat tastelessly tried to link other celebrities to his heinous activity who have not been named in any lawsuits. The pseudo-witch hunters were seemingly onto something as one of the recent accuser's attorneys learned that a more high-profile person was featured in one of his videos. Ariel Mitchell Kidd represents a woman who claims that the Bad Boy founder raped her in 2018 and appeared on News Nation's Banfield this past Friday to discuss what the woman allegedly endured, plus the potential sale of the sex tape mentioned above. There already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood being shopped around, but one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of and to contact the person who was in the video to see if they were interested in purchasing the video before it became public knowledge. That is called extortion. She stated that the video was recorded at his home in Atlanta, was pornographic in nature, and that the person in the video did not seem aware that they were being recorded. Oh my God, man. Internet users have named people like Jay-Z, Beyonce, The Weeknd, and more. Okay, those guys, they're not bigger than Diddy. I mean, maybe Beyonce, more as those who attended these parties may have been involved in dark activities behind the scenes. However, the more profile language opens it up to people beyond hip hop, R&B, and pop. Correct. Okay, listen to this.
Recently contacted by someone who wanted me to essentially represent them in the sale of one of the Diddy tapes. So, which I declined that because...
Wait a minute. Say that again. Say that again. Back up. You're saying that there's tapes...
That was smart to decline that. Okay? If someone comes to you with a tape and they say, I'm looking for you to help me shop this tape around, and she's like, what's on the tape? And they're like, well, it's a celebrity that's much bigger than Diddy. And they're not aware they're being filmed in this Freakoff. Okay, let me make this perfectly clear for everybody. If you have someone who is currently not indicted and is bigger than Diddy and is in one of those videos and you're an attorney that starts shopping that video around, you are putting a target directly on your own forehead. Continuing on, let's hear the rest of this.
Tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
yes.
The shopping thing is...
Yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of and to contact the person who was in the video to see if they were interested in purchasing the video before it became a public knowledge.
I've heard this before.
That is extortion. Okay? That's extortion. That would be a very, very dangerous game to play.
So like a catch and kill.
Catch and kill, correct.
Wow. Can you, and I guess you can't reveal the person who is on
No,
this
I can't
tape.
Explain who the person was, but Mr.
High profile?
Mr. Combs was in the tape, and this other person is, I would venture to say, more high profile than Mr. Combs.
Really? Really? And you've seen...
Damn, dude. Did you see that face? Did that look like someone who was not confident in what she just said? She said, I would venture to say more high profile than Mr. Combs. You know who it might be? LeBron James. Could be LeBron James. That could be LeBron James. I am completely speculating, but that's the only person I can think of. Like, who's bigger profile than Diddy? Okay, I cut this off by accident. I'm going back a couple seconds so that you can hear this entire thing all at once.
Really? And you've seen it? Or
I've seen stills of the video.
okay.
So
you can verify
that it exists, that it's real, that the other person in the video is very visible. It's no question if it's that person in the video. And I can tell the video is pornographic in nature.
Oh, my.
Oh my God, dude. I'm going to let you finish, lady. I'm going to let you finish.
All right. So we know that he videotaped a lot of activities at his home, Diddy. And it sounds like there was probably a lot of hidden cameras as well. Is that what is being talked about?
Yes. This was actually in his Atlanta home, at
Okay.
a home he had in Atlanta at one point. And it does seem that the person isn't like looking into the video. So to me, doesn't seem like that person knows they're being videotaped. It doesn't seem like they're active participant in the videotaping, like they're being surreptitiously recorded it.
Mm-hmm. All right.
It's LeBron,
I wanted
dude.
to ask you.
It's got to be like LeBron or, I mean, God, who's bigger than Diddy? Who's better? Better not be Hillary Clinton, dude. Because Diddy ain't getting out of there alive. If Hillary Clinton's ever been at a freak off, he's dead. He's dead, and he already knows it.
About the police report we talked about, but when your client came out, obviously the neighbor knew. Did she talk to her family? Did she talk to her friends? Did she have another lawyer? Let's go back to your client.
So at the time, as most rape victims are, they feel a lot of shame.
Absolutely.
And they don't want to vocalize what happened to them because then it makes it real. So they kind of internalize it and get over it.
Mm-hmm.
And due to the high profile nature that it was Mr. Combs who did this, she was afraid for her life. She was concerned that if she was to come forward and say something, that no one would believe her, because we're talking about 2018 when Mr. Combs was still pretty much at the height of his career, still very much so an icon and influence.
I mean, he was that until like a year ago, you know? But anyway, you guys get the point, dude. So I really want to know. I want to know in the comments, who do you think is in that video? Okay? Someone bigger than Diddy is in that video. You tell me who you think it is. That's what I got for today. Subscribe to the channel, ring the bell. Bye-bye.